Hey you guys, so today is Wednesday, April 15th. It is the middle of the month and I wanted to give you guys an update of the garden beds. Since we are in the middle of the month already, everything is changing so quickly. Every couple of days things are fading, more things are blooming. So I didn't want to miss this opportunity here to give you guys an update of what the garden bed looks like. The Spanish bluebells has already bloomed out already. There's a lot of things. The bulbs have already bloomed out. So the peonies are waking up. They've already budded up. We've had a nice cold winter. So it's giving the chill time that it needed to bloom. So let me show you guys what the garden beds look like. We're going to start with Hayden's garden first and let you guys see that. And then we'll go to the side garden up against the fence, and then the raised beds, and then the front driveway garden, the mailbox garden beds, and the crepe myrtles, and then the front of the porch garden as well. So let me go ahead and turn this around and let you guys see. Over here, you guys can see these are some of my container plants here. This is a curry leaf plant here, and this is my baptisia. It's in a container still. I don't want to put that in the ground yet. I'm not sure where I want to put that. That is the false indigo baptisia. And this is my container plant. I have some sage in here. Oops, there is, looks like a squirrel put in a pecan plant in here, so move that out. Definitely a pecan. Got some spring bulbs here that's already bloomed out. There's grape hyacinths in here. My Georgia speedwell right here has already bloomed out. So I've put some little seedlings in here. These are some stalks. There's different varieties of stalks there. And you guys can see this is my container. I've got some Sweet Williams in there with the Alberta spruce in there. And look at my creeping phlox. They're looking really good. My salvia, I'm gonna have to cut that back soon. Look at the bloom, it's already about to be spent. And this tiny little seedling here is a iris, what is it? Ireland? Something bells. I'll put the name on there, something Ireland bells. I'm drawing a blank for right now. But my red dragon persicaria is popping back up really good. There's another one right here. I may have to take that one out too because they get really, really big and they do spread. Let me get inside this garden bed here and show you guys. So here is a peony. Which one is this one? Let's see. I know I got a label for it. It is Festiva Maxima. So this is Festiva Maxima peony. And here is my clematis. I've been trying to train it up this birdhouse here, but it doesn't seem like it wants to stay. So I might have to put another hook on the other side to get it to stay around there. There are two baby birds living in there, and I noticed that the door had fell open the other day. I closed it back, so I hope the mama and daddy came back to feed it. I don't hear it chirping right now, so I'm scared to open and take a look at it. I hope they're not starving in there because the door did fall open by itself. Here is an allium that I planted in the fall, and I don't remember which one that is. My hibiscus is waking up as well. And let's come back around here. All right, let's come back around this area. My geum, these are my geum. These are koi avens right here. They're blooming. I need to cut these spent flowers out so they can continue to bloom. I'll do that later. You know what? I've got my scissors right here. Gotta just cut that up real quick. There we go. Okay, that feels good to do that right away so I won't forget it. Yeah. There we go, there we go. And more, there we go. And that should make it bloom some more. So let's take a look. There's my other container here, which is identical to the other one on that side right there. There we go. And these are doing really good right here. They love the moisture in this area because it stays really, really damp right here when it does rain, but we haven't had rain in a few weeks now. The last rain that we had was on Easter, but it wasn't a huge amount of rain. This is cassia. Which variety, I don't remember, but it is cassia, and it doesn't mind the moisture. That's why I planted it here. Here's my Mugo pine. Which variety is this one? Yeah, dwarf Mugo pine that I planted. It's supposed to spread, so we'll see. Of course, I've got the October Magic White Shishikashira right here. Sasanqua Camellia, and this is my David Austin Charles Darwin rose that I planted in 2021. We don't have any buds yet, but I'm sure they will come. And this is my Tuscan. Let's take a look here. It is my barberry, and it's Toscana barberry. The leaves looks really, really beautiful. And let's step back and take a look at my clematis here. I've got 3 different clematis in this area right here, but I don't have my label, or at least it's probably buried in there somewhere. And these are the canna lilies coming back up. I try to fill in the little dip in this area here with some old soil just to fill it in so I don't have a dip there. Look at these lilies that's popping back up here. They're coming up really, really good, really full. Let's take a look at my foxgloves. They're coming back up this year. They're blooming this year. Last year it did not bloom. So they're biennials. That's why they didn't bloom for me last year. And where did I get this purple stuff from? And this is my lantana that I planted earlier just a few weeks ago. My ground covers are doing this job, which I love. That means I don't have to put as much mulch in the ground. Where did this label come from? Where is this? What is this? Kapow Garden Fuchsia. This is my... which one is this one? I gotta put this back in so I don't lose it. My phlox, my garden phlox. So I got 3 garden phlox here. 1, 2, and 3 right there. 3 garden phlox in the ground. And of course, here's some more of my lantana. Another gardenia here came up. I don't think I have a label for this one either. Do I? Do I have it in the ground somewhere? No, I must have lifted it up and brought it over here. And I've got some more allium right there. That's coming up. My grape is coming up here. So I hope I get a harvest this year. I see something that looks like it's going to be some grapes right there, and right there, if you can see that right there. So hopefully we'll get some grapes if an animal doesn't come by and eat it all. And I thought I was going to lose my hummingbird summer sweet here, but I had to cut back some leaves. I had to cut back some roots here that was extending out this way. So it is flushing back out, which is great news. And here's my foxglove again. Another one here that came back and self-seeded, which I'm perfectly fine. Here is my yarrow that's coming back. You guys can see all these foliage here from the daffodils are dying back, and I can't cut them back until they die back completely. I'll need them to get as much energy as possible to give more food back to the bulbs for next year's bloom. Here is my Goshiki false holly. It's looking really pretty. And my dahlias are waking up. That's the dahlia right there. Another dahlia right there. And here's another peony here. This one was transplanted as well, or is it Maxima? Is it Festiva Maxima too? I'm not sure. You know, I need to do a better job of labeling my plants. Here is my Acanthus Bear's Breeches right here. It has not been doing that good right here in this area, so I might have to lift that and move that to somewhere else because I need to walk through here. And here is my Happy Jack Clematis. They are blooming. Look how big this bloom is. Isn't that beautiful? Look at that one right there. Whoops. Oh, this one has more petals on here. So, my Olivia Austin Rose is starting to bud up. So that's looking really good. I've got a lily back here too. All these ground covers are looking really good. I love these ground covers. I love the little flowers that pops up. They're little dainty purple flowers. Bugleweeds. That's it. These are called bugleweeds. Oh, and this is another peony here. It's called Sarah Bernhardt. Here is a Sarah Bernhardt peony. I wonder if this is Sarah Bernhardt too back here. It probably is. So let's cut through here and through here. Things are really, really full, which I really enjoy. Okay. Again, this is my Olivia Austin rose that I cut and I just stuck in the ground, and it's growing. So that's a good thing. I didn't mean to, but I just wanted to check it out. I just wanted to try it out and see if it'll work, and it worked. So here is my transplanted peony that I got from our old house when we used to live in Snellville. These are really sturdy stems, whichever one they are, because I don't seem to have to put a plant support on this one. They're staying upright and they're not flopping. It's probably because we got a good winter and it gets a good amount of sun here. And of course, this is the entrance to Hayden's garden. I don't know if you'll be able to see that because the sun is coming through. Let's see. There's his sign right there. Of course, the sun is shining, so it's really, really bright. Is his arch and his sign. And this is the generous gardener that we have growing on both sides of the arch. I do need to replace the bench. I know I'm working on making a bench for his garden bed. And as we come through, you can see these are spent daffodils here that needs to be cut back once the leaves die. This is my new tree that I planted last year, and it is the Carla Rose Nectarine. So I'm going to baby that, and I'm going to watch it and make sure it grows. I'm going to cut it back. I'm going to spray it as well and make sure no insects attacks it. And this Orlea, I spread some seeds around, and this Orlea has made itself here. And you're going to see on the other side of the garden bed, there's going to be a lot of Orlea that I spread the seeds around, and they're blooming everywhere. Of course, this is Hayden's stone here that we have in his memorial garden. My beautiful son. Let's go back. Oh, I don't know if this is diseased or not. I've never seen it last year that it did this, so I don't know if I need to cut it back. I need to look it up and see if this is diseased or if it's just becoming, I don't know. And let me know what you guys think. I'm not sure what's going on with that one. Here's another peony here. This is the This is the, what is this one? Double Peony Festiva. This one doesn't smell as good. Let me see. It smells okay. It's not as fragrant as the other peonies that I have, which I'm okay with it because I love to have a different variety of peonies. Of course, these are my catmint that I planted earlier this year. I think those are the something with yellow or bright chartreuse. Yes, chartreuse on the loose. Those are chartreuse on the loose catmint. And my heucheras are doing really good back here. These are Bella Dulce de Leche or something like that. Heucheras, I've got a few of them in here. Oh, look at my these are pretty much all bloomed out. Actually, look, I'm getting some more blooms still, you guys. Look at that. I thought it would be over already by now, but because of all these being spent here already, I've got some new blooms here. Look at that. You see that? It still has that on the inside, and look at these. These are still budded up and hasn't opened up yet. So that's wonderful. And anemones, I've cut some of those back, but they're still blooming, so I don't mind. And look at these. They are coming up really good this year. What are these called? I love this color over here. This is so pretty. Look how pretty this heuchera is. Look at that. I love that color. My Japanese painted fern is doing really good there. Of course, my Aquilegia here, columbine. I'm going to let these go to seed as well, and I'm going to spread the seeds around. These are my Spanish bluebells. They're all bloomed out already. And that is my astilbe that I transplanted from the other side. Because it gets more shade here, it's going to do much, much better here. You know, I have got to know, this one has not done so good right here. And this is supposed to be get really, really big. Trying to find my label, but I can't find it. Okay, let me get back out. Oh, and let me swing this way. I don't think I went over on this side yet. So let me go back to this side again. So Helen von Stein's lamb's ears right here is doing really good. Of course, I've got my other peony there. That is a transplanted peony as well. Is it? No, it's rich dark crimson. Sorry, this is rich dark crimson. Yes, so this one is rich dark crimson peony. And that's budding up. And this right here is my, which rose is this one here? Which rose? I cannot remember. Gabriel Oak. So this is Gabriel Oak rose right here. It's very fragrant. And my little limelight hydrangea. This is my emerald green arborvitae. Got some lilies right here. Also got some black-eyed Susans that I have self-seeded, and it's growing back every year and it's getting bigger. It's spreading. Here's one of my iris right here. My creeping Carolina jasmine is right here. It's getting really wide as well. I need to cut back some of the branches. Oh, going back. So I'm not sure which hosta these two are, because I had them as like a little small tiny little plant root that I put in the ground a few years ago, but they're coming back really good. That other one, that Empress Wu, it's supposed to be Empress Wu right there, but that has not gotten big at all throughout the year that I've planted this, and that was back in 2021 when I planted them. So I'm not sure why. Maybe it's too much roots right there. Maybe it's too dry right there. But it's never gotten big. I've never seen it as big as this here. So this hosta right here, these two are doing really good, but that Empress Wu hosta has not gotten big at all. This columbine right here is a really dark, beautiful color. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Another astilbe right here. Now this calla lily, I may have to lift this and move this somewhere else too. This is supposed to get like 3 feet, 4 feet tall or something. I've never seen it get that big. My pulmonaria is doing really good here too. This is pretty in pink, I believe. This is the last of the Spanish bluebell here that's in bloom. The rest is pretty much all bloomed out. As you can see right there, they're all bloomed out already. But I do like my columbine, my aquilegia. This still has a couple of blooms, few blooms left here for my, look at that. It's beautiful. Okay, so let's come around, let me turn around this way here, so I don't turn around so quickly. Continuing on, look, the ajugas are spreading everywhere. I used to have to put a lot of mulch here on this side of the garden bed, but now with the ajuga spreading everywhere, I don't use as much, if any, mulch anymore at all on this side. This hasn't come back up yet. This is my leopard plant. It should pop up later this year. Here is my bleeding heart that came back up. I'm glad to see that. My scabiosa right there. Of course, another Linton rose, my hellebore. There's my other astilbe, dark side of the moon. And here is some more Orlea, which is false Queen Anne's lace. And look at my candy corn spireas, looking really beautiful here. And the this has already bloomed. It already bloomed out. And this is my, it's called, I can never remember, Wakasabu azalea. Wakasabu, yeah, Bizu azalea. And look at this, you guys. Let me show you guys. Look at all of that Orlea here. Look at that. I look at my pathway, my walkway here. It's covered by the Orlea. It'll be spent soon, so it's going to be like in the 80s this week. Here's my Japanese Fatsia. I need to trim back some of the leaves, but it's doing really, really good here. Let me come through here. I'll show you guys this side. Well, I guess let's walk through here. Let's walk through this really tight path. As you guys can see, my pathway is covered by these Orlea, and I also have these Bupleurum. These Bupleurum self-seeded last year, and I spreaded the seeds as much as possible because I didn't mind them at all. I do like Bupleurum. Here is another peony. I've got quite a lot of peonies here in Hayden's garden bed. And let's come over to this side. I've got a garden treasure Edo peony right there. Not sure of that peony's name, but I know that's another peony. And look at the blooms on these iris. Aren't they beautiful? Look at that. Look how big they are. Let me see if I can step in here without stepping on too much plants. Look at that. Look at that beauty. It's gorgeous. My clematis is climbing. It's doing much better this year. Oh, here's my other October Magic. This is, which one is this one? Pink. This is Pink Perplexion Camellia Sasanqua. So, and I've got Georgia Peach Heuchera over here. Oh, they are. That one's not doing too good, so I might have to lift that and move that too. My dahlia's waking up. Another camellia right over there. Don't know if I have a label for that one. We'll see. My red twig dogwood over there is coming back up. There's my other Japanese Fatsia. More yarrow here. I got some Arizona Mesa and more Ajuga, of course. And here's my other container. And here is the other arch that I have at the other end of Hayden's garden. You guys can see that. And on both sides of this garden arch is the Bathsheba David Austin Rose. Here's another Gaillardia, which is Arizona Mesa as well. I put in some stalks here in the ground. I also have some Lysianthus that came back from last year. Got some other iris there. Here is my other container that had tulips and what is it? Grape hyacinths growing in there. Some more yarrow. And here is my viburnum. It's called Shades of Pink. I'm not sure if my Double Delight rose is going to do well back there. It looks like it's struggling. I moved it originally from that side to here now, where this used to have an apple tree here. Here is another Aquilegia that's self-seeded, and it's a beautiful pink color, darker pink color versus the lighter pink that I have on the other side. This is a, which one is this one? Do I have my label here somewhere? Oh yes, here it is. It is called Raider's Favorite Aromatic Aster. So this is an aster, and it's going to bloom in the fall. So we'll see that later. I have another spirea here, and this is called Golden Cupcakes. I might have to move this one as well. I don't know if it gets enough sun here. So we'll see. So yeah, so look at that sea of Orlea just spread out through here. You're going to see another set of Orlea on the other side of the garden bed too. So let me back up and let's go back to the other side once I show you guys this area here, of course. So let's go to the other side garden bed. I try to get up here as early as possible so I can beat the morning sun, but I'm just not a morning person, you guys. Here is the other side of the garden bed, and of course I've got some more alliums on that side, that little corner there. You're going to see my shadow. My husband moved the logs away because he needed to move the truck in and out, and this log was blocking his path here. So that's why it got moved further in for this little area. Here is my azalea. We haven't had any rain, so I need to water this area here because I don't want my eucalyptus here to die. It's kind of dry on this side since we haven't had any rain. So here is my, let me get in here real quick, my osmanthus. This right here. Yeah, fragrant tea olive right there, osmanthus. I should get about 10 feet by 8 feet tall. Here are my azaleas, Autumn Magic. Is it Autumn Magic or is it Autumn Majesty? Let's see, what does it say? Autumn Majesty. Yes, so these are my 3 azalea Autumn Majesty right here. My 3 hellebores that I put back there. Of course, these are the snowflakes that were blooming earlier this year. Let's take a look back here. Autumn Joy Sedum right here. Let me step back. It's my Green Giant Arborvitae. Gonna have to get more water. I've got to get more water out here. It's a little, I can only sit out here in the early morning because in the afternoon we get afternoon sun. It gets really, really hot. My other green giant. And these are my two hydrangeas on this side here. This is called Firelight. And this is called Bobo hydrangea. And look at my yellow lily. Iris, sorry, not lily, my iris, yellow iris. There's my purple iris, a peony here that I planted. Of course, these have self-seeded from last year. I forgot what they are. I'll put the name on the screen. Ooh, I've got some kind of weed or grass growing here. I gotta pull it out so I don't forget. So it doesn't self-seed. Look at that. Throw that away. That is my Colliner blue spruce. Here is my Fire Chief arborvitae, 2 of them, and my emerald green arborvitaes. That is my Vitex chase tree right here. I need to clean up the bottom of the garden, clean up the bottom there and cut them back so I can have a clear bottom and have things underplanted underneath. And here is my other candy corn spirea. There's my salvia, which is a dwarf queen salvia. Glad my rose is coming up because I was scared that it wasn't going to. And that is the Princess Charlene de Monaco. Gaillardia. Not Gaillardia. Is it? No, not Gaillardia. It is the, is this Gaillardia? No, it's not Gaillardia. I can't believe it's not Gaillardia. Is it Gaillardia? It's the windflower. Which one is this one? Gaillardia is the Arizona Mesa. So this is not it. This is, I think it starts with a G too. So I'll put the name on the screen here as well. Look at these iris here. These are about to be spent as well, but they are beautiful. You guys can see that. And I just planted this a couple of weeks ago. This is the azalea double pink. And it's, which one is that? I have a label right back here. Perfecto Mundo, that's it. Perfecto Mundo azalea. And these are my yarrow that has self-seeded and spread. There's my other azalea right there. This is the big giant weed that I pulled out from that area here. I wasn't sure what it was. I thought it was a plant, but it wasn't. And of course my little area here where I have the other nectarine, and this is the Fantasia nectarine. I'm going to get a stick. I want to spread this apart and make it wider. Is what I'm going to do. And here is my other rose. This is the Sweet Mademoiselle. I hope it makes it. I saw some dead branches and I cut them back. Here's my other dwarf queen salvia. And here is my Weigela spilt wine, and it is in bloom right now. It's blooming. So let's take a look at all these here. Some more false Queen's Anne's lace right there that I spread the seeds around. My butterfly bush is coming back. I did not cut these back until just earlier. I was told not to cut them back until they flush out with new leaves first, since they bloom on new wood. And this is some more bupleurum here that I self-seeded. And look at all these salvias here. I know I need to divide this one. You see that? It's splayed out like that, so I need to dig that up and spread it out. Some more alliums over there. A Japanese fatsia here. I don't think it's doing really well. It's getting too much sun, so it's getting burnt. Here is my pomegranate tree. Salavatsky something variety. Let me see if I can tell you the name of it. Yeah, it's just a Salavatsky pomegranate. That's all it says. And some more bupleurum. I've got some blueberry bushes here. Of course, our persimmon trees. One of them right there. Some more bupleurum. I've got millennium allium. I've got that have spread throughout here. I've got probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 3, 6. Yeah, 8 millennium allium here, which I'll split them and divide them. Excuse me. My peony right here came up really good. I don't have the name or label for that one either. There's another camellia here. I think the label's buried inside. My butterfly bush here is dead, so I'm gonna have to dig that up. Once my other butterfly bush comes in from Creekside Nursery, I'm gonna plant one right there to replace it. Here's another peony here. And this is a strawberry, what is it called? Strawberry Sundae hydrangea right there. Oh, and here is my other, look at that. All Orlea here. This is my standard, rose standard. I don't know which variety it is, but it does have yellow blooms. And it's not looking so good, so I may have to pull that. Helen von Stein's lamb's ears that I had divided from another area. Of course, you guys can see my persimmon trees here. There's 3 of them so far. And these are the Samantha rose lily, and the apricot fudge lily that I had moved from behind the chase tree. Those are dwarf, I think Hammond grass, 3 of them. And I need to move that up to the front as well too, because it doesn't get seen back there. Here is my, which one is this one? Do I have a label? No, I don't have a label, but I know it is a golden mophead cypress. I think these are the Dara over here. These are the Dara. I've got some Black Eye Susans that's coming back. These are Jazz Hands Loropetalum. And of course, these are some more of the Helen von Stein. I don't know, I keep on saying Diane. Helen von Stein lamb's ear. And I kept that apricot fudge lily, rose lily back there. Didn't move that one. And of course, these are my tomato plants. And some bupleurum as well. So they are being watered. I have my drip lines here. I've got, how many plants do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Whoa, I've got a lot for this spread. So I don't know how well they will do because they're so close together. So I'm going to make sure I stay on top of keeping them slim and thinned out. I've got a Thai eggplant right here, Thai eggplant right there. I've got another tomato plant. I think it is the black, I know what they are. What is it? Brandywine. Brandywine right here. Here are my tomato plants on the vertical trellis. You guys can see that. Got only about, let's see, 2, 4, 7 plants here on the vertical trellis. And I've got my zucchini and squash. It's one of those. I've got a zucchini plant here as well. I think I need to move my line. I'm sure there's a line over here somewhere. Yeah, there is. I need to move a water line over here because I need this to be, this is a Thai chili pepper. Let's see if I can. I need to pull something up. I can't pull it up right now, but I'm going to try to do that later. Some more asparagus. This is my sister's raised beds with a bunch of cilantro here that's self-seeded. We've got some fish mint herb right there, and they are lemongrass covered underneath there. Hasn't came back yet, but they will. Some mint. Of course, this is my sister's raised bed, her side of the raised bed. And let's come over here. Here are my asparagus. Kenzo's been coming out here and eating the tip of my asparagus. I thought, why are all these looking like this? But no, I saw him. He came and ate just the tip of the asparagus. I guess he really likes it. So I've got some onions growing in here as well that I put in the ground last year or a couple years ago. Here is my cilantro. Here's my cilantro. I've got some squash. I also have a tomatillo growing over here and another squash, zucchini. Got cucumbers on this side. Some kind of animal is digging here. I don't know what that is, so we'll see what that is. I also got some curcumelon, Mexican sour cucumber. And here is my Chinese long beans, another squash, Thai eggplants, 3 of them here. Oh, they're just two Thai eggplants here. Another yellow squash here, some tomatoes. I've got some Abe Lincolns. I also have some veggie, something beefsteak, and something tie-dye also. And these are supposed to be snow peas tips for harvesting. I don't think they're supposed to have any snow peas growing on there. They're just peas tips. And of course, this side of the garden bed over here has cucumbers, gherkin cucumbers, I think. And I've got some more tomatoes on this side as well. Of course, some more asparagus and my raspberries. Those are Nova Red raspberries on that side. I did have some golden ones. I don't know if they made it or not. I don't know if they came back. So my lettuce is looking really good. Look at that. From my little seedlings from just a few weeks ago when I planted these out, they were so tiny, but they've come up. And I found my drip irrigation line. This is my Shanghai bok choy. Got some romaine lettuce, green butter leaf lettuce as well. Some, oh no, something dug up my plant. Oh, look at that. I wonder if I did that accidentally. Huh. Nope, this is a fresh dig. Yep, this is a fresh dig. I wonder if my dog came in here and dug this up. I'm not sure. I'm gonna spank him for that. Oh my goodness. I've also got some shallots and some Chinese chives here as well. Regular chives and Chinese chives. And I've got the red noodle bean, long bean noodles, beans over there on that side. And those are pole beans. Those are just pole beans. I've got 4 pole beans growing on that end. So let's go over to the front side garden bed here real quick. Look how big this gardenia is. This is near the garage side. I transplanted that a few years ago from the front. Of course, here are some of my containers. That eucalyptus didn't make it, so it died. And I need to pot up some more soil, add some more soil and some more fertilizer in here. This is my crabapple tree that my sister-in-law had taken a branch off from somewhere and gave it to me, and I was able to propagate it. That is my little pine. Which pine is this one? This one made it. Picea pungent. Poly. Picea pungent poly. So I hope that makes it alive still. Of course, these are my roses that I planted last year that I got from Heirloom Roses. Did I plant it last year or earlier this year? I cannot remember. But anyways, I got my anemones and my ranunculus growing in here in this potted container. Which one is this one? Which rose is this one here? No, I've got my label. Where's my label? Well, I added more soil and it probably got covered up. Oh, here it is. Here's my label. This one is Amazing Grace. Amazing Grace. This one is it Tiffany or what? To dig for my label. Maybe I should put a stand-up label too, because obviously this one got covered up by the extra soil that I added in. Oh, there it is. Found it. Found my label. There it is, Tiffany. Yep, I was right. So this one's Tiffany. And here is my avocado. This is the Cole Hardy avocado. It's not Haas. It's a hybrid kind. And I did my strawberry here just the other day. Maybe I covered this one up too much because it doesn't look like it's doing so good. I should probably lift this up some. Maybe I should try lifting it up some. There we go. See if I can lift that crown up. I don't want it to have a crown rot, so there we go. Maybe that will help a little bit. Okay, so let's go to the side garden bed. Here is the side garden bed in the front yard, front side garden bed, and this is Hayden's memorial tree. It is the teddy bear magnolia. It's doing really well. It's putting out, looks like it's putting out some flowers here. This is the first year I haven't seen flowers. It did not flower last year, so that's great news. Some more Helen von Stein's lamb's ears. I've got some, these are the torch lily. Is it torch lily? Yes, I think they are torch lily. It doesn't drop its leaves too much. The teddy bear magnolia doesn't drop its leaves too much, which is great. Let me pull up some thing here. Of course, I've always got some stuff here. Yeah, those are torch lilies. I've got to divide some of those. So I'm going to divide some of those. Here is my salvias are coming back. I also have some gems growing here as well. And look at my blackberry. This is Prime Arc Freedom Blackberry. I need to put my line here. I haven't had a chance to put the line yet, but I do need to have the line so it can crawl on that side. Got a rose right here. This rose is called Madame Anisette rose. And look at this, you guys. I'm surprised this arborvitae is making it. It's called Highlights arborvitae. And my, oh, this is about to bloom. That's budding up. They are the Huskers Pennisetum. No? Penstemon, sorry, penstemon. These are penstemons. I don't know if it's the red huskers or the other variety. That is good news. Look at that. My grape, that's my other matching grape from the other, against the fence there. Some lilies. And my other rose here is called Gertrude Jekyll. Gertrude Jekyll's coming back up. This is my Amsonia, String Theory, is blooming. It's looking really good. Oh, you guys, I so forgot to tell you. This one, we got such a cold winter that my, what tree is this one? Olive tree. My olive tree died back, so I had to cut all these back here, but it is growing back from the bottom, so that's good news. It's not completely dead. It is coming back. This is my, oh, this is dead. Look at that. You hear that? Oh man. Is all of them like that? Nope, this one is still alive. Let's see if it's green. This is my Chinese chestnut tree. So this portion right here is dead. Oh, I see some green leaves. There they are. So it's still alive. It's not completely dead yet. Here is my other Amsonia. It's not String Theory on this one. This Amsonia is called Storm Cloud. So I've got Storm Cloud right here. Got some more peony. Oh my goodness, look at these peonies, they're in bloom. Look at that, you guys. Oh my gosh, let me smell it. Oh, this smells good. This is smelling really good, I love it. Which variety is this one? Do I have my label? Let me put my label in. Okay, my loquat is still here. This is still doing really good. Clematis is doing really good. These are self-seeding, coming up really well too. This is my lavender. This is the 2 surviving lavenders that I have left. And look at this, I still have one bloom still on here. And here is my other rose here, and this is Desdemona. Oh, these are blooming really well. Looks really pretty. Is this a weed? Is this a weed? Yeah, this is a weed. Throw that out. All right, let's go to the crepe myrtle garden bed. Look at these. They have come back, you guys. Aren't they beautiful? Anemone's looking really good. Let me just do a quick mailbox garden bed tour. My gardenia, my trailing gardenia is dead, but my peonies are coming up. I had transplanted those from the back. There we go. And let's go to the front garden bed here real quick, and then we'll end the tour. All right, here is the front porch garden bed area. Phlox, Camasias underneath the Japanese maple tree, my ferns, my lilies, some more catmint here. That's the new bloodgood that I just planted. Everything is filling in really well. This is so pretty. I'm so glad that these came back. These are the Gerber daisy. It's looking good. Here you guys go. And look at my containers. Let me try to get out of the way of the shadow. Look at that. Look how big these blooms are. They're absolutely beautiful. My poppy, look at that. Look at this poppy. Ah, it came back and it's so beautiful. Okay, let's take a look at the basement garden bed here. I recently moved the acanthus from back there to more up front because it was getting covered up by the azalea. And that is it. So we are done, you guys. Go from this way here, it's too much sun. Okay, you guys, so that concludes this mid-April garden tour. Hopefully I didn't bore you guys too much. I hope you guys enjoy it, and I hope to make another video soon. Thanks, you guys. Bye.